So this US dollar CAD analysis for Thursday the 12th of July. Now let's just have a look around prices and the way prices may likely go. So previously we've had prices come down to test the 131, from which we did hold support. Had prices head towards the 200 period average, brief pullback, broke, bit of a false break of that 200 period moving average, didn't see the follow through. Instead we saw this very sharp move to the downside, possibly news related, taking us through the 131 and testing these previous lows in around the 3060s, 3070s, from which we did see a sharp reaction to the upside, and we have seen the strong bullish momentum after we traded back above the 131 and the 200 period moving average. We've seen this sharp momentum here to the upside, taking us beyond 3188, taking us all the way in towards that 400 period moving average, from which we've encountered resistance, retested 3188, which we do appear to be holding at present. So if we continue to hold 3188, we're looking for a move up towards our 3254, successful break from which, and if volatility allows, the very next level of note is all the way up at 3354. But we'll keep an eye on 133, as that might be a level from which we could see some sell side momentum return to the market if we do trade back above the 32.54 here on the US dollar CAD. If, however, we do see a breakdown from, if we do have another retest of 31.88 and we do see a breakdown, we're then looking for prices to start to head down towards this 131, an area previously found support. Failure there could potentially see us head down towards this 130.60 or so here on the US dollar CAD. I wouldn't anticipate prices moving much beyond that 30.60. So I think it's important to mark out the level on the chart here. So I am just going to, where is it? Just bear with me a second here. I'm just going to put this level on the just going to put this level on the chart, as it's may prove itself important coming up. So we'll go with 130.65. So as you can see, technology is currently not complying with my request. 130, let's go with 65. Go with style. I'm going to choose blue, and that should be it actually. So there we go. So it is in fact in around at 130.65. So we'll just save those drawings to the charts. So yeah, there we are. So if we do see that breakdown in prices beyond 31.88, we'll look to see if I would actually, thinking about it, based on the usual volatility of the US dollar CAD, I can't anticipate prices moving much beyond the 131 to the downside here. But if we did in the whether today or tomorrow, we'll be looking for price head down towards that 30.65, pretty much our low from this spike down in prices, and we did come pretty close towards that 30.60 before seeing a bit of a recovery here on the US dollar CAD. What we'll do now, we'll have a brief look here at the daily chart to see how prices are developing. So here on the US dollar CAD, and we can see more recently we had this slow progression here to the upside before seeing an acceleration momentum, breaking out above our previous highs, encounter resistance in around 33.83. From 33.83, we've had this pullback down towards this 131, trade below the 131, all the way down towards that 130.65, from which we've saw bullish buy side momentum, retested that area, and again we've seen pretty strong bullish buy side momentum. Yesterday's candle we closed near the very highs, so even though we've had a bit of a pullback to test the 30.60, may just see a bit of a bull flag form if we do see further pullback and see realignment with the overall trend, which is pretty clear more recently has been to the upside here on the US dollar CAD. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the US dollar CAD analysis. Thanks for watching.